Yes, this fish's name is Kevin.
And I'm not touching it.
Alright, here we go. So Kevin right now is in a stationary movement. This is the thicker button. We're going to test how the button is affected and how the fish is affected. So here we go. Ready, Tyler? We're going to start the regular process.
Tyler, get ready to write.
I'm looking.
Not much movement.
Oh shoot, both of these are on.
Trying to get the fish in there. There it goes. The button is staying on. It's staying close, right on top of the fish. It looks very stable.
Wait, aren't they not allowed to go up there?
They are. They're gone. The people are gone.
Oh, okay.
So everything, it looks pretty good right now. Movement. Alright, so now we're going to go into the acceleration process.
So it's doing better?
The thick button did really well. It stayed nice and tight on the fish. It didn't go back and forth like the lighter button. Just practically, it's really good for it. So basically, you might be thinking, why are we putting buttons on a fish? Well, it's not a fashion show, 1. 2, honestly, we could see the size of the tracker. We might not need a smaller tracker if we have a big fish, because then the smaller tracker could go dung, 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 which might damage the tracker. So a larger tracker for a larger fish might keep it closer and not damage it. And smaller fish, we might figure out that, okay, so a larger tracker, which might make up most of the weight, could drag it down. So that's why we are putting buttons on fish. Not because we want to make it look nice, not because we want to put needles through fish. It's because we want to see how the size of the tracker could affect the fish, and how could the size of the fish affect the size of the tracker. Here you go.
Yeah.
Acceleration process number 1 now. Here you go.
Can we already do that?
No. This guy looks pretty agitated with me.
Yeah, I like you.
So he's swimming a lot better
Ooh.
now.
He's swimming a lot better. The tracker is moving side to side, but it's staying closer to his body.
Hey, get away from me. Yeah, I don't like you.
So it seems that the emotions has faster jerks.
Yes, the faster jerks, but the button is staying there. It is moving side to side, but unlike the smaller button where it's going kind of a larger sway, the thicker button is kind of going in that same amount, but it definitely somehow appears to seemingly go in a smaller sway as well. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like if this was a smaller button and this was a larger button, the smaller button would go like this. The larger button's kind of going like this. It's still going in a sway, but it's not going as far. So yeah, there you go. Now, acceleration process number 2. Here we go. I don't even have to put my hand near him, and he might move. So,
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
so the button staying on the center or the left side of him. Now it's to the right,
The draft is.
but it definitely doesn't seem to be moving as much. Sort of getting him to move a lot now. There you go. So that's the acceleration process number 2. It definitely seemed to stay on. Not a lot of effect on it. And we might be wondering why did we do 2? Because it's good to repeat it. That way, if maybe let's say repetition. No, not replication. Repetition. Repetition because, well, let's say the number 1, it was a little loose, but we didn't have the fish go very fast. Number 2, but we go the second time, and maybe let's say, it was loose, this time it came apart. So now we know that, we know this. And this also can sort of provide evidence for our first findings. So for the regular one, it stayed there, okay. We did that for a little while. We know it stays there. For our acceleration, we know it goes it goes back and forth. But with the second time with it, we know that, okay, it's going to stay there. And it's not going to move as much. So thank you. And this was our sort of experiment.
Yeah.
Sponsored by Thumbs Up Productions.